Hi Paula, it's Catherine Reza. Welcome back into my kitchen, and to all the real women of Philadelphia, welcome. It's still week 3. It's still entree week, and this is my second entree submission. This again, I am reaching into my my Italian roots. This is my version, very loosely based on a dish called Venetian seafood Brodetto. And traditionally it's done with any kind of seafood, and it's done in a tomato sauce and red wine. This time we're going to change it up, and we're going to make it my way, and we're going to make it with Philadelphia brand cream cheese and white wine. So, welcome to Catherine's Seafood Brodetto. So we're going to begin. I have chosen to use mussels, some shrimp, and I have chosen to use monkfish. Monkfish is a very hearty fish. I love monkfish. It's not a very pretty fish, but it's a nice meaty, they call it poor man's lobster because, believe it or not, when you cook it up, it tastes like lobster. So I've taken my monkfish and I've just cubed it into 1-inch chunks. I've taken my shrimp, I have peeled it, deveined it. Your guests will appreciate that, okay? Make sure you clean and peel and devein your shrimp. But I have left the tails on. And I did that just because, so when you go to eat it, it's a little bit easier, okay? So this is the fish that I've chosen. You can choose any kind of fish that you like. And all we're going to do is everything goes in one bowl. I have already started on the stove to saute some garlic and onion, okay? You can use some shallots. I've used the shallot and some 1 clove of garlic. So we're just taking 1 teaspoon of oil, and we've got that on the stove. Now we're going to take, I would say, medium to medium-high heat. And we're just going to saute that in the pan till it's translucent. Okay, you don't really want any color on it. You don't want too much color on it because you don't want these flavors to overpower the fish. But you just want a nice garlic and onion. Just does amazing things for anything that you do. Okay, so now once that's translucent, we're going to take a half a cup of white wine. If you're going to drink it, then you should cook with it because that will just be a nice flavor for you, okay? Any kind of white wine you like. I happen to choose Pinot Grigio because I like Pinot Grigio. Into the pan, get a sizzle. Okay, we're just going to cook that for a few minutes just because we want to cook some of the wine out, okay? A little bit of the wine, a little bit of the tang out of the wine, okay? Then we're going to add some chicken stock, and I have taken some chicken stock, but I also, when I cleaned my shrimp, I took the peels off, and I just put them in a pot, and I just boiled it up for a little bit, took all the broth, I drained the shells, and I took all of the broth, and I mixed it with some chicken stock, and you have your own homemade stock, okay? So it's a little fish, little chicken stock, it's all good. So, now we've got, the white wine is cooking. Now, I have 2 cups of chicken and fish stock. I'm going to start with 1 cup, and I'm going to see how it goes, okay? So I'm going to put 1 cup in now. Okay, and I'm going to take the star of the show, Philadelphia brand cream cheese, and we're going to put it in the pan. Okay, and because now we're going to season it now, a little salt and a little pepper, and we're going to use Old Bay seasoning. Now this is a wonderful seasoning made for fish, and it's made specially for fish. I believe that it just gives your fish a nice flavor. So we're going to start because I like Old Bay seasoning. I'm going to give you a teaspoon, excuse me. And then we're going to check it for seasoning anyway. So if you think it needs a little more, we're going to put a little more. But for right now, we're going to start with 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning. You take a whisk, and we're just going to whisk together all of this. Okay, the cream cheese is going to melt beautifully in the heat, and it's going to take on all the beautiful sauce. Let's see if I can let you see some of this, okay? We're just going to take it, no harm, no foul. We're just going to make it all nice and creamy. This cooks up in a matter of minutes. Even, the first time I did it, I was like, wow, it's done. I believe me, ladies, by the time the fish goes in, it's ready to come out. So I'm just going to put this back on the stove because I want it to stay hot. And the cream cheese is melting. Okay. Just we're going to take a little squeeze of lemon because lemon in fish is beautiful. It just brightens it up. Okay, and we're going to put dill. Okay, we're going to put plenty of dill. Okay, Philly Dillicious. We're just going to take some fresh dill and we're going to put it in. Now we're going to turn the heat up full blast because we want it to get to a nice rolling boil. Okay. Just put this out of the way. And we're going to take, because the monkfish is going to cook the longest, we're going to take the monkfish and we're going to put it right in the pot. Now it's already boiling, so we're going to take the monkfish, nicey nice, and we're just going to lay it in the pan and we're going to let it cook. Just a few minutes. This recipe, I first had this seafood Brodetto when I was in Venice. I was blessed enough. I worked on the cruise ships for quite a few years. And one of my ports of call was Venice, right? So I was in the beautiful city of Venice every week, and we would go to these wonderful restaurants when we were in port. And this is where I was first introduced into this recipe, and I just fell in love with it. They call it a stew, but it's very brothy. I would call it a soup, but they call it a stew. Who am I to argue with the Venetians? But you see, with a nice piece of crusty bread, it's going to be a whole meal. So now we're going to take, this is boiling. We're going to now take the shrimp, and we're just going to put the shrimp in. Okay, and we're going to put the mussels in. I'm going to plate it up right here, ladies. We're going to get the whole 9 yards. Okay, we're all set. This is now going to cook a few minutes. As soon as your mussels open, you're done. Okay, your dish is done. You can hear them bubbling, nice and good in that beautiful wine, the creamy sauce. You just turn the heat up all the way. And in 5 minutes, ladies, we are going to have delicious seafood Brodetto. Okay. Let's see. I can hardly ever wait. I have to turn it and I have to look at it, but don't. It's just a fabulous dish, and like I said, before you even know it, you're done. Look at this. We're ready to rock. Okay, I'm just going to turn it 1 or 2 times. And this is really done. So we're going to get the plate up. Now, traditionally, the Venetians served it in a beautiful bowl, okay, with a nice glass of wine. And they serve it with beautiful Italian crusty bread on the bottom of your bowl. And we're going to save one for so that's so you can sop up all the beautiful juices. Okay, and we're just going to take it and we're going to ladle it into the bowl. Your mussels are opened. Okay, so this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to take a nice, beautiful helping. I'm going to leave 2 pieces of bread in the bowl. That's so you can sop up all the beautiful deliciousness. Your shrimp are pink. And this would serve 6 to 8. Oh, look at this, ladies. Oh, my God. I have to take this over here so you can see this. Okay, we're just going to put this right on top here. Look at that beautiful deliciousness. All your mussels are open. Your monkfish is done. And we are going to have a wonderful meal. Okay, let's get that beautiful sauce. Look at this. This brings back, again, beautiful memories of Venice for me. This is just all the wonderful times, all the wonderful meals, all the wonderful friends I've shared and friends I made and shared all of these beautiful recipes with. Okay, so here we go. We've got our beautiful clams, mussels. We've got our monkfish. We've got our beautiful shrimp. This is fit for a king. Here's your beautiful crusty bread. I can't. I have got to. Let me just do this for you. Beautiful. Delicious. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Catherine. Until I see you again.